All right. So I did one last month and I expect that to just kind of be the one for the year. But I think I should do these more often. Kind of give more updates and kind of give a heads up what my headspace is going forward for the stream. So let's go. February update. Huzzah, the fireplace is back. Except now it's also on his shoulders. Anyway, my thoughts about where things are right now. So right now I'm feeling like the entire, like I kind of teased the I've been seriously thinking about VTubing sort of thing. I've kind of shelved that right now. That's way in the back of my head. Like after pondering it, it's just like the logistics of it, the fact that you've already seen my face. I don't think it would work out too well. Is kind of where my headspace is right now. Maybe I can be convinced otherwise, but like the reception just seemed kind of meh. There's like one or two people kind of memeing on it with the April Fool's joke and all that jazz. But the VTubing thing, I think we're just gonna shelf it for now. One bit of update, and I think I have this plan to go out on the 28th, which should be our last Savage streaming day. But that should be our last Savage streaming day until Dawn Trail. There's a bit of a shakeup going on right now within the group, because a lot of them want to go ahead and start doing Ultimate Prog. I requested to not be part of Ultimate Prog just because I'm burnt out on Savage Prog. And another thing, as far as the actual game goes, I want to get these jobs done. My original goal was to have it done before Endwalker came out, have everything up to 80. That turned out to be unrealistic, especially as it came to the realization of just how long the job quests take. Oh my god, that has been the biggest kick to the face in all of this, is just how much of a time vampire all of it is. And then of course, you know, taking up Savage rating did not help that at all. So the rest of the Endwalker content route is going to be focused on helping newbies, as well as, you know, as well as other streamers such as Ragnar, Psyche, and you know whomever else might need assistance, because now that Savage rating is going to be done, I'm probably going to be switching up the schedule a little bit, try to have FF14 days line up more with theirs, so that if they do need help with just like they need a body to fill in, you know, just be like, oh yeah, let's just go quickly go do that, whatevs, you know, that sort of thing. So that's one thing that's also on my mind. Another thing, and this has actually been one I've kind of been putting off, I teased a few months back about revamping the channel point system, and that's starting to come more together. I don't have a full plan together yet. I'm looking at things like background lighting for that shelves, and that's one of the other things that also maybe kind of reconsider doing the VTubing thing, because if I'm going to do the VTubing thing, I don't want to spend, you know, a few $100s on RGB lights for the shelf back there, only to just be like, all right, well, virtual avatar now, that all that money is now wasted, lol. The other thing is also trying to figure out the logistics of it, because anyone can go ahead and just take down the shelves, put up some nano leaves, put the shelves back up, but the goal is to have the channel points system for just like messing with the stream, changing light colors and whatnot, be interactive. The software that we'd be using is called, what is it, Atom? AITUM. It's the same people that do the vertical layout on my thing that I do for clips. All right. They only have integration with either Philips Hue, which is crazy expensive, and Elgato. So it would be literally, as long as the software is working right, spend points, it changes automatically. I don't have to do squat. Which, when Savage Rating starts up again, you know, in the fall of this year, those sort of interactions would be great. But, you know, that's that. And who knows, maybe by the time I start figuring out things for how to integrate ADEM, we'll find out that, oh, they start supporting Govee, which is way less expensive. And apparently the screen, the Amazon Echo in the kitchen just set off and said, here's what I found. I don't know. Should just, ugh. Anyway. What are my next thoughts? Oh yeah, co-streaming. Or not co-streaming, but well, actually I actually would love to, but I'm not sure how to do it. I would not mind, because one of the things I've seen when I've been like looking around for inspiration is just random interactions with that's actually been mostly with corporate VTubers. I've been actually trying to figure out what the heck the benefit was to corporate VTubers. They all just had an agreement with each other that if any of them wanted to just like interject on anyone else's stream, they could just like pop in and just be and just interject with just random nonsense. I'd love to do something like that. I'm just not sure how the heck I'd go about it, especially since pretty much every streamer I know is a freaking introvert, which yeah. But I don't know how that would go, like, ever. That probably will never happen. But who knows? The other thing is actually also, I said a while back that I had no intentions on simulcasting my stream. I stream at Twitch. All right. Here's the thing. Streaming on only one platform now, it is very clear now that the evidence is in, this is a detriment. I would have thought that only that being on multiple but having the chats be non-usable at all would have been kind of give the impression on other platforms that you're just kind of shitty, but it's very clear it's having the opposite effect. It is kind of helping streamers grow. Not much, mind you. But, you know, in this day and age, when it comes to streaming, you have to take every advantage you can. Whoops. Dang it. I need my note. I was trying to quickly get something up that was thinking that I interrupted. I'm a genius. Should have everything ready up. But it's very clear that I really should start going down that route. So I'm going to start looking into that. I want to look into services that would reduce the delay as much as possible. I hope to have that information soon because, as people may or may not know, I'm going to be at Anime Milwaukee from March 8th to March 10th. And in fact, March 9th, that's the information I had to get up, 3 p.m. Central at room, that font is way too tiny, at room S201E is my panel actually going over and answering questions about the world of streaming. I mean, it's kind of a self-promotional sort of thing, but I don't mind sharing my knowledge. Like, I had to go back and do the math. I've been doing this for 8 years. That's nuts. And it's not like I have roots that are just kind of greed based. Like, oh man, I just wanted to go ahead and get into streaming and see if I could go ahead and make millions playing video games, LOL. Do you know? Like, the regulars know how I got started. Do you know? It was literally on a whim after I got turned down to go into trucking school for rail. 8 years ago on January 30th. The day I got that letter and thought that at that time I was going to be financially ruined because of the downfall of the computer refurbishing company Reforge Computers and the debts that came from that. That's just like, I'm ruined. I'm never going to financially recover from this. I've of course have. Now I'm facing a different kind of financial ruin. Yay. That's still working out, by the way. That situation is still ongoing from what I talked about last month. Things are looking a little better, but not much. But I have no new updates there. But no, that day when I got that letter, I decided to stream Jackbox. Just to see maybe I can make my day a little less shitty. And I didn't expect to get many people, but I got 5. Day 1 of streaming. People would kill for that. And even though, you know, our streams get on average about a dozen, I'd say a little bit less thanks to Savage, but I digress. Even with all that, you know, we're still in the top 2% of streamers. And that's not saying that I'm doing really well. I'm saying that there's just that many people that make a go of it and fail. Maybe we're in the top 3% now. I don't know. But like, that's a statistic that sticks with me, because even though my stream is not that big, it is still just, we're still making a go of it. We're still making a go of it far more than most streamers that just want to go ahead, play video games, and make a living out of it. Am I making a living out of what I'm doing here? Of course not. Obviously not. In fact, I'll be blunt, my income from this has dropped by half. Not making any sort of headway that way. And that's actually been something that's been going on for the past 2 years. Pretty much ever since kind of COVID set in. But that's kind of the way of the world right now. Times are tough. I get it. Another thing I'm also looking into, because one of the ways that I'm making sure that everything with the business goes well is cutting back how much I'm making and just kind of tightening my belt. I mean, Lord knows I can afford to lose a few pounds. So one of the other things is also trying to increase monetization on the stream, but I want to do it smart. Like, I've looked at the ads. The ads have been very tempting, especially since people are actually showing real numbers. And I do mean, like, they're showing $50, $100 a month just from ads from a couple dozen viewers. We don't have a couple dozen. We have a dozen. And that's also doing the automated thing, which I feel provides a vastly inferior viewing experience. I don't know what that pop just was that I just heard. I hope the mic didn't pick that up. But with that all said, I am pondering open up a merch store. I did experiment a little bit with Stream Elements setting it up. Their shop is kind of shit. So I'm probably not gonna use their system. Stream Elements, I love you, but man, your shop is kind of bad. Another service I looked into that came up first and foremost when I Googled it is Fourth Wall. I'm messing around with that system, kind of digging into it, see what people got to say, make sure we're not doing anything we're gonna regret. I mean, that's my biggest fear. Is the last thing I want to do is sell like merch, make $5 per shirt or whatever, which is somehow more than VTubers somehow. I'm sorry, I'm looking at like a 20% cut in most of these, and they get a 1% cut. Holy smokes, what the part? So you know, that's something I'm kind of looking into for, you know, kind of doing like a cost benefit sort of thing. I won't have anything to announce until next month. So that's pretty much all I have to talk about today. I'm going to go ahead and actually start working on what the heck the G post is going to be for March. Cause, yeah, by the time you see this, it's going to be 2 days from then. I'm recording this on Tuesday, which is probably gonna be the only day I'm seen with a brace. By the way, don't lift heavy things at work and then have it slip out of your hand and try to re-catch it mid-drop. Bad end. Not great. It actually feels much better today than it did yesterday. But better safe than sorry, you know? So that's gonna do it for me. Be sure to follow at twitch.tv/EagleFalcon and also here on YouTube. And I'll have more to update next month. Take care. Bye-bye.